Two books in one. My Discovery Socialization. Social Parallels Toward Inclusivity Drive a Conscious Existence. Other works by the author. Denial, Dignity and Deviance-Driven Realities, A Psychological Voyage. YouTube channel at Rodriguez NE for QR. Social Parallels. Introduction. Over 20 years ago, an extraordinary and unsettling event occurred that I never thought possible. My actual mind was taken. This account serves as a record of my experience and the aftermath of this unprecedented incident. The incident. It began on a seemingly ordinary Thursday. I was in rehabilitation after severe brain damage in a drink-drive car accident. I had just had a session with the neuropsychologist where he explained surreal phenomena of a saintly world I have dreamed of, at the end of which he shivered his whole body extravagantly after prepping me with hypnotic talk. On exiting suddenly, I felt a strange sensation, as if I knew something terrible had just occurred. Before I could comprehend what was happening, I realized that my mind, my thoughts, memories, and consciousness was no longer under my control. The experience. Describing the experience of having one's mind taken is challenging, as it defies conventional understanding. However, I will attempt to convey the sensations and perceptions I encountered. Disassociation, feelings of disconnect from my body, my thoughts and surroundings. Altered consciousness, any changes in thought processes and awareness were obscenely apparent. I had no control over, even some of my speech and action seemed guided or controlled by a heavenly force. Loss of control. This resulted in getting accosted by the mental health unit after attempting suicide in severe forms. Sensory changes. Unusual sensory experience became commonplace. I walked in a version of heaven, but something was askew. Now I realize was because I kept drinking alcohol. I have finally stopped, and my mental health is improved no end. Duration and recovery. The incident lasted for an hour session. During this time, or rather a few days later, I uncontrollably mirrored the same. The process of regaining control over my mind was gradual and involved strong medication after several suicide attempts. Aftermath and reflection. In the months and years, decades in fact, following this extraordinary event, I have grappled with numerous questions and emotions, questions of a spiritual nature, because that is how he got my attention. He said, "This is a spiritual world." Medical explanations, medical evaluations or theories about what happened were non-existent. That was all in my head. They thought entirely mental health was to blame. Psychological impact. This experience has affected my mental state and daily life. I was reborn after a long year of rehab. Then he takes everything. I am a different person. Existential questions, philosophical or existential thoughts that have arisen from this experience. Believe in your minds. They are so powerful, and the esoteric has a larger role than most give credit for. Support and understanding. Reactions from friends, family, and professionals was akin to societal neglect toward any impairment. I lost my few friends and fallouts with family were constant. 23 years later I am still making progress. Any support received I am grateful for. Conclusion. The experience of having my actual mind taken has profoundly altered my perception of consciousness, identity, and the nature of the human mind. While many questions remain unanswered, I am committed to understanding what happened and how to move forward. This account serves not only as a personal record but also as a starting point for further exploration into this unprecedented phenomenon.